You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
For lack of a better word, is good.
You know what I mean?
Money to be made in a place like this. Money never sleeps, pal.
You're crazy.
You know what it takes to sell real estate?
It takes brass.
I'm falling, and I can't get up.
All right, welcome to Money Never Sleeps, the show where we talk about anything and everything that impacts the flow of money from around the corner to around the world. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope that your week is in full force and going well, and you're moving one step closer to your goals and your dreams. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Velazquez, and you'll get a front row seat to my insight, rants, personal endeavors, things of that nature. It gets interesting at times. You can listen to Money Never Sleeps Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, which means that you can go on Amazon, your Amazon Echo, and just say Money Never Sleeps Radio, and it'll pop up. Google Play Music, Player FM, and many more. So there are a lot of options for you to listen to the show. Well, let's start here. You know, the Fed, they hiked 25 basis points. Okay, there was no shocker. There may be another one in December. You know, this is going to continue going through 2019. Just get prepared for it. The Fed is going to become more hawkish. There's no question about it going into next year. So the days of dirt cheap rates is all about gone. So if you didn't make your moves a year ago or 6 months ago, you know, those rates that seem very low, which they were low, are seeming much lower now as rates are rising. You know, but even if you look at the rates that you're going to have now, look at them a year from today, from today's rates. And these rates are going to seem like a bargain. So you're not out of luck yet. You know, so financing, if it's not done already, there still may be a chance to take advantage of what may look high right now, but will look low in about 12 months, in my opinion, as rates are inevitably going to rise higher. The U.S. economy is growing. The stock market has been climbing, as you can see. Unemployment rates lowest in decades. Entrepreneurship is booming, even with trade wars in motion. I feel like the trade wars, they're not going to last long. It doesn't benefit anyone. You know, look at the automotive industry. You have a lot of, believe it or not, you have a lot of cars being manufactured in Canada, and they get shipped here to the U.S. And these tariffs come into play. Okay, it's going to be more expensive for these companies that are U.S.-based companies to bring those cars to the U.S. So, you know, it hurts Canada, okay, and it will have an impact on the U.S. because, you know, if they have to pay those tariffs, those car prices are going to go higher. So it's just going to get really interesting. Again, I don't think it's going to last long. Once agreements are made, then the boom will just continue for another couple of years. You know, there's been a lot of reference to baseball. You know, I don't know who started it, but everyone is using it now, using that reference to baseball. Okay, I'm a sports fan in general. I'm an athlete, so yeah. Well, let's talk about baseball. You know, some people say that we're in the ninth inning. Some people say we're in the seventh inning stretch. You know, some people say that we're in extra innings. Okay, I think that we're in the seventh inning stretch. I think that again we have another couple of years of this heavy prosperity, and then you're going to see a correction. You know, nothing goes up in a straight line. You have to understand that, whether it's a stock, whatever it is, even in your life, nothing just continues to go up, you know, so you have to expect a correction and to keep everyone honest, right? You know, so I think that this is going to happen within the next 12 to 24 months. We're going to see that correction come about, and it'll balance everything out, and then we'll see what the next step is going to be from there. It's not going to be a recession, maybe a slight recession, who knows, you know, but I think a correction is going to be due. Now, moving forward, real estate. Everyone's worried about real estate. Real estate is slowing down. Period. The end. Okay? No matter what the media would love for you to believe, what you see on the news, everything else, they're saying, oh, well, this is being sold, that's being sold. I don't even care what your broker's telling you. You see these commercials out, houses are getting sold in a day. Yeah, I guess if they're discounted enough, that can happen. The bottom line is that real estate is slowing down. And new homes that are being built, they have to be different. They have to be affordable, utilizing smart technologies, and that's my view on it. There's no question that with smart city initiatives in full swing, I've been speaking about this on the show now and again, but these smart city initiatives are in full swing, and builders are going to have to adjust. They have no choice, because if they don't adjust, they're going to see their sales drop. Building stick-built homes and just throwing them up in developments, all this stuff, just kind of slapping things together to profit from a development without thinking about, without incorporating smart technologies, basically is going to be a big boo-boo with houses that are being built today. And this is my view on it. Because of where, and I say this because of where everything is going. If you have eyes, you can see. You have ears, you can hear. You can read. You understand what's happening. It's funny. I always say that if Hollywood can make it, then it's gonna become a reality. Hollywood had us on the moon before we went on the moon. Hollywood had us with electric cars before there were electric cars. So, things that happen in the movies that they make, that the mind can create, it can be achieved. Some things, don't get too crazy, but some things can. Builders, they're going to have to adjust, and, build more smart homes and be prepared for the smart city initiatives that are they're going to be throughout the United States. They're going to be throughout the world. They're already starting, and it's going to be interesting. KB Homes and Toll Brothers, they're some of the bigger luxury home builders, and even their bottom line is being impacted. When new home sales slow, that means that developments are slowing, less construction is in play, impacts jobs. Look, it goes down the line. There's always a causality effect when it comes to consumers or any type of business. When sales slow, the dominoes tend to start to fall, and it's just a cause and effect. You got the cause, you got the effect. Technology is so key in housing in every industry. At some levels, I believe that all companies become tech companies, as they have to incorporate technology into their business, so they're doing that. Innovating and coming up with more efficient ways to grow their companies. It's so important, because how are you going to compete otherwise? Look at Domino's. Okay, it's a pizza restaurant franchise that delivers. And its core, that's what it is. But the moment that they decided, the CEO said, you know what, we're going all in on technology, they changed the game forever. People thought he was crazy. They thought he was nuts. Why would you go do that? Why would you go and do and have these apps and everything? They went from, they made web-based and mobile-based apps to allow people to order online. They didn't have to call anyone, just order online. You don't have to speak to a soul. Order online, pay online, do everything online. Okay? And people like that. They didn't need to talk to anyone. They didn't need to go place an order online. They just do it on their computer. They see it from the time it's baked and cooked and everything till it's out of the oven, till it's in somebody's car, until they get to your front door. You can monitor it. How cool is that? Okay, so even now, they changed the game again. Now they allow you, if you're outside your home somewhere and they have a designated delivery spot, they'll deliver to you in the park, in the middle of the street. I don't know, wherever they have these delivery locations. The bottom line is, it's an evolution. Okay, and it's either you get on it or you don't get on it. Okay, McDonald's and Subway, they have to do stuff, and they're among other fast food restaurants that are implementing Uber Eats, which Uber drivers become your new delivery person. All right, it's interesting. Let's see how that works out. But the point is, at some level, every company needs to raise their game with tech, and that will make the difference between success and failure. So with the Uber Eats, again, you have technology involved there. You have physical drivers and you have technology. They're integrating with these franchise restaurants. This can be a global thing, and it's interesting. It's really interesting, and this is where things are going. Keeping on the tech theme, I want to talk about the fitness industry, and how things are evolving. Okay, it's funny. You could do nothing in your life but go and train, and you can be well renowned due to social media. And this technology helps us do this, right? So with fitness, it's how can I put it? Technology in the fitness industry, it plays such a vital role in health and fitness today. From online trading to motivational videos on Instagram, I just mentioned that. The Apple iWatch, hardware. Apple iWatch, Fitbit, you wear it on your wrist. You get to monitor your heart rate and a lot of different things that they're coming up with. The Apple 4 watch, it's an incredible thing. If I had an iPhone, I would love to get it. But I don't know about switching from Android to an iPhone is my best move right now. But I love the technology. Okay, the Peloton cycle. They have the cycle. You cycle just like you do a spin class. You have your screen in front of you, but you connect to the internet, so you can actually do an online class from your home, and just be there with other people without having to be next to someone. Okay, and you're there on your own time doing it. And that's where things become very interesting. You can be part of a group, but outside in your own home, okay, where you're comfortable. And things like this will allow more people to get involved in fitness because, I think the hardest thing for anyone that's never trained before, if you were never an athlete, never trained before, the hardest thing is walking into a gym. And I know that. Okay, people that have never trained, they walk into a gym, they don't know what they're doing. They're not being guided properly. They're not being shown how to do things properly. They have no goals. They just want to get into shape. They don't know what to do. And unless you're going to go pay a trainer at an LA Fitness or something to do something, it's hard to learn. Okay, and this is where the online stuff comes in. This is where the internet comes in handy. This is where Instagram, everything else, because you get to learn and do and try things and do things at your own pace. Okay, granted, sometimes, depending on what you're doing, a trainer can be an enormous thing. However, okay, technology is playing a big part in everything in fitness. Look, the fitness industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it spans a gamut of products, services, facilities, programs, and more. And it's still growing at such a tremendous rate because more people are growing concerned about their well-being. They're worried about their health. They're worried about being around, being there for their kids, their grandkids, their great-grandkids. They're worried about being there for their spouse or their dog. They're worried about them being healthy. And of course, you want to, if you're single, you want to look good so you can go mate a little better, I guess. Right. Anyway, just think about this. Okay, you can be the wealthiest person on the planet, but without your health, you won't ever really enjoy it. Case in point, Jeff Bezos, wealthiest man on the planet, and he's jacked right now. If you saw a picture of him maybe 10 years ago, he wasn't. He's thinking about his health. He's keeping himself in optimum shape, and I commend him for that. because that's going to inspire other people, his workers, everything to do the same. It's a trickle-down effect. Okay? Starts from the top, it goes all the way down. Inspire people, think about your health. This is why a lot of tech companies have great health plans because they want you to be healthy. They want you to work out. They want you to eat well, whether you're vegan or not. They want you to take care of yourself. This is the path that more people need to go because in the end, without your health, life itself becomes less enjoyable and shorter. So if you want to be around, you got to take care of your health. Now, let's close out the show with cryptocurrency. More registered exchanges are beginning to onboard various digital assets. They see the need to do so. You have to. It's an evolution. If you don't evolve, you're going to die. So you either evolve, the next guy is going to leave you in the history books, and that's what's going to wind up happening. So we all know that Bitcoin and Ether are not the only, and Ripple, they're not the only games in town. More platforms are adding layers into existing cryptos, making them more viable. It's crucial that this happens. Crucial. This is why, look, I've been saying this for the longest time, that you need a utility, okay? This is why the proprietary escrow system created for the Pico Novus digital asset network has been embraced, and as it allows for more innovation to be layered on top of the network. So it's beyond the escrow system is the other things that are going to be taking place with the digital asset. And I'm excited about this, really excited, because the opportunities, the options, the growth is endless at this point. And again, I've been saying this for some time, a crypto without a utility is worthless. I don't care. I don't care how pretty the coin looks. Without a utility is worthless. You need a use for it beyond trying to be the next Bitcoins. Okay, all these evangelists are promoting ICOs, and this is the stuff that they're doing. Okay, they're promoting ICOs. I don't care if you're McAfee and Novogratz, you're promoting stuff, okay, and you're like with ICOs, you're promoting something, you're pushing something. Promoting is the wrong word. You're pushing something. You're talking about the coins and the value, You got to look at the utility. And if you ask these guys, I'm sure they're going to say that the utility is important. Okay. And I'm not talking about, just the usage of the coin if you're using it to buy whatever. Okay. The platform itself, the platform, what is it for? These ICOs, they don't have platforms built yet. They raised $20 billion, whatever they raised this year. And the bottom line is that these platforms aren't even built. By the time they build them, they may not be what is needed at that moment. And they're good, you're going to have ICO investors, and I'm saying it now, I've been saying it for a long time, they're going to wind up holding the bag in the end, because some of these platforms, again, they're not built. And so you don't know what the worth is going to be down the road. Anyway, that's about it for this episode of Money Never Sleeps. That's about it for this Thursday. I want to thank you for listening, and we'll be back with you tomorrow for the next segment of Money Never Sleeps Radio.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
You're listening to UCW Radio in your face.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.
All opinions expressed by Luis Velazquez on the Money Never Sleeps radio show and its website are solely his opinions and do not reflect the opinions of the UCW radio show or their parent company or affiliates, and may have been previously disseminated by him on television, radio, internet, or another medium. You should not treat any opinion expressed by him as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of his opinion. His opinions are based upon information he considers to be reliable, but neither the UCW radio show nor its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries warrant its completeness or accuracy, and it should not be relied upon as such. The UCW radio show, Luis Velazquez, its affiliates, parent companies, and or subsidiaries are not under any obligation to update or correct any information provided on the radio show or on the website. His statements and opinions are subject to change without notice. No part of his compensation from the UCW radio show is related to the specific opinions he expresses. Please read the full disclaimer on MoneyNeverSleepsRadio.com.